Virgo, happy birthday. This is your time and this is your reading for September 2017. I just want to say thank you very much for the incredible support that this channel has had from Virgos and a few of the other signs as well. Thank you so much. I love reading your comments, really appreciate knowing how the readings resonate with you and how, why they're meaningful, and just knowing that you appreciate them. So thank you very much for that. And so we start around the 20th of August. We're going into the Virgo vibration, 22nd, 23rd, around that time. And so this forecast, this sort of reading is for that period of Virgo, basically. So, but mainly for most of September. So you're going to be looking at a whole new period of reinvention. You're going to be looking at letting go of relationships, partnerships, any kind of alliances that just don't feel good anymore, that just are not working for you, or that restrain you, restrict you, make you feel less than what you can really be, prevent you, real or, true or untrue, perceptively, as far as your perception is concerned, prevent you from fulfilling your full potential. And they can be any kinds of partnership. They're not necessarily relationships. They can be business partnerships, they can be friendships, they can even be alliances within families, they can be just relationships in general, parents, whatever. Anything at all that's been a thorn in your side, maybe for your whole life, anything that you feel you keep coming back to this place, you keep repeating this pattern, you keep going around in circles and again and again and again, because your life now is wanting to break through all patterns and barriers and do things that you've never done before, go places you've never been before, and reconstruct yourself even at the cellular level. So any of those old paradigms about who you are and what you can be, and anyone who is holding you or seemingly holding you in those old paradigms, it has to fall away, or it has to reconstruct as well in order to stay in your life. So you might actually be surprised, Virgo, at the ones that you let go and the ones that you decide to keep, because you realise that actually, oh, it wasn't you. It was this deeper relationship or bond all the time. It was this formative connection all the time. It was the original place that I learned this pattern or experienced this energy. That's what needs to stop having an impact on my life. And that realization is one of the incredible things that allows you to blossom into your full potential, beginning around this time and going on into the future. So, very intrigued to see what comes up in the cards as well. So let's just have a quick look to see what else does Virgo need to know about this wonderful reinvention, and how to make the most of all the incredible cosmic energies lining up in our sign at the moment. This one just fell. Oh, transformation. Great. Okay, so let's just keep that as our sort of overarching theme. So I'm going to stop there as well because that feels right, and we're going to do past, present, future, advice, and most likely outcome at this stage. And then if I've got time, I'll give you an angel card as well. So, past. Choose wisely. So, what this is saying is that you've just recently, this is really just in the last few days or whatever, sort of just coming into this period now. It could be over the last few weeks, it could be the last month or so, but it's the recent past. You've made a choice, or you're at the threshold of making a choice that is going to be a part of this change. It could be something that you didn't expect to be choosing. It could be going back to something that you thought you might have done at some point. Maybe it's a childhood idea or dream or passion or something that was just there, sort of hovering. And as a result of this reinvention of seeing patterns clearly, finally, as a result of all this soul searching that you've been doing recently with the North Node in Leo, with the solar eclipses, that huge shift that you've just been through, you are just choosing or have just chosen something that you consider to be a wise choice. And it may feel for some of you as if it's at last I've made the choice that's going to actually give back to me, that's actually going to allow me to move in a direction I haven't been in before, or haven't been in quite this way, a direction I haven't been going in quite this way, and that's what's going to help me to make this change. So you've made some choices. Some of them have been tough choices, but they feel like the right choices for you nonetheless. Okay, present, crown chakra. So you are still reaching very much for your overall spiritual development. You're coming out of a phase now where you've really been connecting deeply. You've been going into your spiritual aspect, your spiritual consciousness, your spiritual evolution, your spiritual support systems very deeply, and really going deep inside your heart and your spirit and soul, past lives, karma, who have I been, where have I been, why have I been, those things, and where does that lead me now, who am I, what am I, where am I going, what is my God, you know, how do I reach God, how do I connect with God, and in that purity and in that space, how do I then see a way forward that really makes sense to me on all levels, on the level of purpose, of meaning, of reward for the hard work that I put in, for my tenacity, for my integrity, for my endurance and my conscientiousness. So it's all of that. It's wanting to connect all of that, all that you are, all that you've ever been, with your consciousness of God, and take all of that in a nice energizing package and use it to propel you forward. Okay, so future, what you're moving into now, this energy that you're moving into now. So we've said you may be leaving some things behind, some people behind, some situations behind. You may feel that you've done a lot of leaving behind and that you're wondering how many more leaving behinds are there going to be. And, you know, this is just really reiterating what we said at the beginning, which is that you will be surprised by some of the connections that you choose to leave behind now. And there may be some that stick around that surprise you as well. So this card is about, it's not about going into yourself, it's your time, Virgo, it really is your time. It's not about, you know, all the soul searching that you've been doing. I know it says emotional withdrawal, but really it is about withdrawing your energy from things that don't serve you, things that don't give back to you, things that make you feel depleted or demoralized, or that confuse you or trip you up, or repeat old patterns or old childhood patterns, even traumas I'm hearing. Anything like that at all, you're going to find yourself going into yourself and finding that original spark and saying, right, this spark that I've found over the last few weeks while the sun was in my 12th house, this spark, it's not just there for me to tuck myself away and be this hermit and be self-sacrificing and constantly being on this quest to go inside and dig deeper and dig deeper. The knowledge and the awareness that I've gained recently is so that I can decide where to put my energies. And if that means withdrawing my energies and my emotional input from some situations or exchanges, then that's what I will have to do now in the future. You may have only been thinking about it recently, planning, being shown things, you know, some things quite acutely, you know, sharply being brought into focus. And you might now only just be thinking, okay, this is when I put that into practice. So I'm going to actually tangibly, physically withdraw myself and my emotional energy from certain alliances, let's just say. in order to get in touch with your God presence, in order to get in touch with who you really are, in order to really connect deeply with your truth, your sacred mission on this earth and in this lifetime. And there will be those who join you who are on a similar path or of a similar vibration or moving in a similar direction. And there is love to be found as well, I'm hearing. Okay, and you can take that in the universal sense. You can take that in the sense of, you know, finding a new community or a group of people who feel like family. You can take that one-to-one. It depends what your situation is, and you may find that it's just a greater degree of self-love that comes from you saying, yeah, that's enough of that. This is what really honours me and what allows me to honour myself and my mission, because you're giving and giving and giving so much. If you don't have people around you who understand why you need to do that, or who understand that, you know, in order to do that, you need to not be depleted further by small concerns or irritations or tantrums or whatever it is. If you don't have that, Virgo, this is the time when you really are it's going to be brought sharply to your attention that in order for you to fulfill yourself completely, you will have to withdraw and be more discerning. Okay, so advice from the cards. Let's see what we've got. New beginnings. It couldn't be much clearer, could it? A clean slate in many, many, many areas. You decide which ones, Virgo. They will be different for us all. And the third eye chakra. Use your intuitive knowledge, your vision, your ability to see. And that includes your ability to see the bigger picture and to know what's coming based on where you've been in the past, what you've seen, what you've now learned, and what's possible for you. Okay, you have all the answers, basically. That's what this makes me think of. You have all the answers. You can see what's coming. If I go here, this is likely to happen. If I go here, this is likely to happen. Repeating patterns based on the past, based on experience. You know where you don't need to go anymore, and you know what the new beginning is that you need to embrace, and you know that the universe is totally and utterly supporting nothing short of a complete transformation for you. So enjoy that. Come out now of your cocoon, come out of your cave, and go out there and shine and give the world all that you have to offer from this great, great love and loving service. And you will begin to see it come back to you. You know, there is also, just been asked to say very quickly, what you've experienced in terms of your searching and seeing, looking at some of your karma and becoming aware of what you're releasing and what you're healing and how you're learning and growing. You will also begin to see in this time good karma coming back to you. In other words, what you've put out there is going to come back to you, and it will support you. All that's been missing has been you getting on board and saying, I am going to completely align myself with that now. I'm going to align myself with the sense that I deserve to pull away from things that don't support me, and I am going to move fully into the transformation. And then the magical thing that will happen is that everything that is of like vibration will come around you to support you. That's the feeling I'm getting anyway, so let's just wait and see. And have a fantastic month, Virgo, and I'll see you in October. Take care. Bye.